Welcome back to the Reggies podcast here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. Boys, we've got April Fool's jokes just running riot this week. Surely. Fox League, footy clubs, Neds even got involved.
They did.
All jumping in on the act. And I reckon even some fucking March 31st pre-April Fool's setting up has been going on.
For sure.
That's what it seems to me anyway. It is the 1st of April, 2025 at 3:56 p.m. And this is not a joke. Tom Miles has not put the punter post up in the RRLC.
Is that his attempt at April Fool's? Because it's not fucking funny.
Well, it's
No,
past 12
It's
o'clock.
atrocious.
It's not funny. It's not
Look,
funny.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we did send him in his jersey package. We sent him 4 phone chargers, so
And 3
there's
photos of
excuse-
ourselves.
No excuse there because he's got a charger.
Did he
for his
possibly get the shits that we give him a bit of curry for his gifting of his own self?
Yeah.
phone, which we do have here behind us.
Anyway, mate,
still
just be better.
lurking.
No, this is not good because no one's going to hear this till tomorrow. Who knows? He might not get it up till tomorrow. It's just
Less time to decide your bets with Neds. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
it's a
he's-
snowball effect of shit.
He's
Tom.
on your team here, so he's fucking you over. We're not gonna it's nothing.
We're going to
do
get
with
our
us.
bets.
He
in.
got a jersey for free,
I'll get my bet in.
mate.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
It's
go.
simply not good enough.
Be better.
We will get to all the potential April Fool's stuff and the stuff that's probably not that come out of Buzz Rothfield's mouth the other night. NRL rule changes is the topic there.
Just
There's
mayonnaise.
trade rumours circling in the AFL. Obviously, I'm going to wait until next week to think that they're true as well because you just don't know.
You know,
Nah.
when
You
you
just
op-
don't.
When you open your phone today, I don't take anything seriously.
I know.
Everything with a grain of salt. I'm like, because what's the chance that it's just a joke?
The only reason that I feel like this Harley Reid Hawthorn thing might be legit is because Sam Mitchell is going over there. And there's just been rumours flying that he obviously wants to come back to Victoria. That's been going on for weeks.
Yeah.
So that part's true.
Years.
Is it Hawthorn? I don't know.
Boy, how spewing would you be if you're a journo, up and coming journo, and you just forgot about the dates and you found the best story ever.
Yeah,
And you've launched it and everyone's like, oh, fuck off, God.
Good one. Well, that's
No,
what's
I'm
fucking
serious.
happening, man.
No, trust me.
So what about, did you see, forgot his name, posted in the RRLC about his cricket club winning all 4 grades
Mate.
on the weekend.
I
Won
did
all
see
4
that.
grand finals, but that's not the big story. The best story, it was either in the 3rds or the 4ths.
Fourths.
Old mate has fucking run in. They've taken the winning wicket. They've won.
Oh.
And they've gone for the celebrate and he's done the calf.
That is unreal.
At least 20
Proper
times.
did it too.
Oh,
Laughed
no.
just as hard every
Oh,
time too.
man.
Poor
Holy.
bastard.
So funny. Sorry, old mate.
You don't
but-
get like Reggie than that.
Nah.
Fourths winning a grand final. He's coming from the slips as well, so clearly they put him there because he lacks movement.
Was it, or was he at point or square leg?
I
He's
thought he
done
was
his
next to the
calf
keeper.
coming from the slips. That's
Oh.
even better.
Yeah, I thought it was next to
Mate,
the keeper, and
it
he's
was
just
so
bang.
So
Lotus.
funny.
Great stuff.
Just while we're on the cricket, real quickly, Cricket Australia released their full schedule for the year, and obviously early next year. The Ashes was already set in stone. We've talked about that. But they released the schedule. So we got South Africa, India, and then England coming this year, that's the 4 powerhouses of cricket.
There's
right there.
3 big ones.
Men's T20 and ODI series against South Africa in August. Pretty cool. Middle of winter. In the NQ, North Queensland and the Northern Territory
Yeah, a bit
for
of a
obvious
few Mackay
reasons.
games.
So you got Darwin, Cairns, and Mackay all securing games. And tell you what, if you're in Mackay, get to Harrop Park and watch that because Harrop Park is, when you're talking about regional grounds, it is in the upper echelon. It's fucking unreal there.
Especially because Australia, our main stadiums, I wouldn't say they're losing character, but like that Optus style, what the Gabba is getting knocked down, the new Victoria Park, it's all the big round stadiums that are built for capacity. Whereas that real traditional cricket style with the hill, the pavilion.
There's a full white picket around the whole
that's
thing.
just-
At Harrop Park, this is
it's
in Mackay.
beautiful.
It's awesome. So get out there if you can. It's in August. And then we move into October and November. Huge white ball series against India. both one-day internationals and then 5 T20s. So they'll be all over the country, 8 matches against the Indians, which obviously that's going to be huge. And then November 21, the Ashes start in the West, which, look, that sucks. But we'll be wound up for that. And, yeah.
You can't say we'll be underprepared because I was worried we'd be a bit underprepared just for lack of cricket in general, and lack of red ball. But we've got the Windies now.
That's in July, I think. Yeah.
And then you got Test Championship, and then we'll have all that cricket even in winter at home. It is white ball format, but still they'll be playing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good.
Let's just talk quickly about the Sheffield Shield too, because that is way more important than anything going on in the IPL. Because fuck for the IPL, they're trying to ruin the game. The Sheffield Shield was, mate, 4 days of just proper cricket. So we got rolled. Bulls got rolled for 95 in the first innings.
Yeah, remember saying you said that to me, and I thought, oh, what is fuck?
Bit of a goat. Like there was a bit of tennis ball bounce going on.
The pitch was doing lots.
But come out, bowled South Australia out for 270. Jake Lehman got his 3rd 100 in a row for South Australia, so he has
just quickly. I only clicked last night that's Darren Lehman's son.
Yes, it is.
And I just went, wow, how
the last name? Yeah,
that's
it's quite obvious.
So
now,
he got his 3rd 100 in a row.
Good on him.
They're 180 runs in front. You think, right? The Bulls come out and make 445 in their second innings. 2 blokes got hundreds. All of a sudden, South Australia need 270 to win, batting last. Runs on the board. They're 3 for 28. Bulls have got them 3 for 28. Game's over. No.
Captain McSweeney out.
Oh, mate. Alex Carey and Jason Sanger both made hundreds, man. And it was just one of those unreal games where it just goes like this
Seesawing
the whole time. And that Karen Rolton Oval was packed full of South Australian fans on that last day. When they hit the winning runs, they all ran onto the field.
Oh,
that was one of the coolest Sheffield Shield finals I've seen. And it's obviously a big factor is because they haven't won in 29 years.
But just the game.
Yeah, that's Test cricket. It's purest form, and the 4-day format that shortens it helps for that.
Well, this was a 5-day because it was the final.
They do play 5 for the final.
Which I checked because day 4 I was like, oh fuck, they could just bat the draw out here and then win. But it was a 5-day, so there was always going to be a result, and just one of those unreal cricket games that you just would love to be a part of, and the whole ebbs and flows of it over the 4 days was just awesome to see.
One of those games where it highlighted why Test cricket is the best format. Because it's fucking, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when you think you know, there's a big twist.
Game was over.
Yeah.
95.
Yeah.
And we've got a little jet that plays for the Bulls too. Bowls 150 clicks.
A little
the
red.
Fiddler.
Does he?
He is. He's a little red jet.
Is he?
He's pretty little. His last name Vidler. And he fucking bowls 150s. He's very exciting.
It's a name
He's about
to
20,
watch.
I think, 19 or 20.
So little ginger.
Fuck yeah. He kept us in the game.
Is he an angry little cunt?
Oh, probably.
You'd hope so.
He's still in the sheds fucking breaking shit.
Yeah. Well, every good team needs a fiery red.
Jeez, that's impressive coming from someone who isn't like a big, tall. Or something like that. Like Lee wasn't. He was probably the shortest you can think of that was express, really, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, but he wasn't short.
No, not short, but you look at like fucking... Yeah.
Look at our quartet. They're all tall, like 6'2" plus.
Yeah. Just speaking of... This just come to me now, actually. Played with a bloke. I'm not saying any names. Hopefully he doesn't listen. But he was very, very angry. I never played with him. Played against him.
Was it you in the mirror?
Extremely angry.
I was going to say, this is coming from fucking...
Like, very competitive.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was a pro golfer as well. Like, fucking very good at sports. But he one day got out and he had like 4 cricket bats. He ran 4 cricket bats and he lined them up against the wall and then just put his foot through all 4 of the guns.
Oh, no.
Did he?
In the sheds.
Willow.
And I'm talking like local A grade in fucking CQ. And he's just put his foot through 4 bits of timber. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, what a blower. You wouldn't have stopped him, wouldn't you, on the last one? Hey.
Yeah, I'll have it. No, I only heard this story because he didn't play on my team, but fucking...
Wow.
I loved it.
That's fucking unbelievable.
Fucking goal.
Wait, back to the little red man. Is that fucking... Is he a sling bowler with his action?
No, I don't think so.
Because I'm thinking of a few that are a bit shorter and real fast and they have that wild fucking...
It's definitely not McGrath straight up and down. No. But it's not.
I'm gonna have to
it's
go
not
check
Malinga. It's not Lassie.
No, righto.
Anyway, we'll move on. It's not cricket season, but little segue into the bar. Did anyone see? Just because we're talking about the Ashes, there's a 3-test Rugby League Ashes series at the end of the year in England. There'll be a game at Wembley. There'll be a game at the new Everton Stadium at Bramley Moore. And, well, it's state of the art, like we were just talking about. All these
It's got no character, mate.
Exactly.
Imagine if they played that at Goodison.
Yeah, too little. Oh, no, that would have been perfect.
Not for Rugby League over there, I reckon.
Patterson.
Anyway, it's a great stadium.
Batty daughter.
Probably one of the best in the country, actually.
There you go.
For atmosphere.
Yeah, there's heaps of trophies in the cabinets
But no, this Bramley Moore one's meant to be fucking mint. But anyway, looks over the river and that. I don't know where the third one was. Didn't check. But it's a 3-test series.
Headingley, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I think they're playing in Leeds, yeah.
That's nice.
I was wondering, I was like, you know how they've got there's 2 Old Traffords in Manchester? Yeah. I was like, is there 2 Headingleys? Or is it literally going to be...
But anyway,
love it.
England are hosting a 3-test series Ashes. First time in 22 years that they've had it.
Yeah, because you mentioned to me before we recorded Gropes, and I was thinking, have I missed something here? Like, I don't remember that ever being a thing, but 22 years ago, it would have been only 8.
So it's good that there's 3 too.
Oh, yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Because Samoa and Tonga have both gone over there in the last 2 seasons, and they've just played 2.
Pointless.
So, anyway.
But that's a fucking great idea. So I love beating the Poms at stuff.
Exactly. And this will be pre-Ashes, cricket Ashes too. Like a couple of weeks before.
Just warm their freckles up.
But it means I'd assume that the Pacific Championships, obviously Australia won't compete in that because we'll be in England.
Well, yeah, that's why Samoa didn't compete last year, right?
And Tonga the year before.
Yeah. So I'm happy to sacrifice that.
100%.
I think
when you
go beat the Poms.
Fuck yeah.
Like, and when they interview anyone who played 80s, 90s, and even that early 2000s, they ranked kangaroo tours as the absolute pinnacle of the game. Whereas now, for Australians, it's Origin, which obviously that's the spectacle of the game and the rivalry. But I like that they're trying to bring something back and ignite that fucking how much it means to wear the green and gold in rugby.
See, if they brought back that test and call it the Ashes, right? So we play New Zealand. Fucking oath, I want to beat New Zealand, but I see New Zealand as like a brother sort of thing.
Yeah.
When we're playing them, you want to beat them, but there's nothing aggressive in me of like fuck you.
It's not really a rivalry. It's just because
it's just like the 2 best teams.
And Zacks, you know.
Yeah, but if we're playing the Poms and it's called the Ashes, fuck those cunts.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking keen.
Even though the Ashes name kind of has no relevancy to league, they didn't burn a ball.
Sort of
Who gives
but
a fuck?
I love it. What else are you going to call it?
Every time we play England in anything, we call it the Ashes.
That's right. Exactly. So anything more we can add on, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking all
You're right about that kangaroo tour. Like, you know who's a fiend for mentioning kangaroo tours is Blocker.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. How often do
He's
they bring
still
that up?
Loves it, man.
Wally as well.
Wouldn't it have been good back in those days?
Fuck, man.
Jeez, they would have played.
Laying up. Anyway.
Yeah, that's probably why it meant so much to them.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh,
Now
we could go
you're
on
fucked.
a month-long boys trip.
Because of these
and do whatever
cunts.
the fuck they want.
Stupid camera phones. But anyway, that'll be awesome. I can't wait to just beat the Poms at
Do you reckon they'll
else.
sell out Wembley?
No
It's a
way.
big fucking ask at 90,000. Like, it'll
No
be.
way.
That's why you think Wembley's like that is the biggest stadium, and that's why they hold like such big events there for soccer. But
What's the amount of people that can go there?
Fucking 90 plus.
90.
Yeah.
which is like, I get it, it's cool, but I would rather them do something like when England played, I think Samoa at St. James's Park in Newcastle when the World Cup started.
But that's a massive stadium too.
It is, and they pretty much sold it out.
Did they? Oh, well,
there was
maybe
a
we
big
will.
fucking crowd there, and it was prime.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Maybe we will sell it out.
yeah, who knows?
Was
As soon as
enough
you mention
I don't know.
Ashes.
Yeah,
I don't really
exactly.
know the state of rugby league and how big it is in England at the moment. I don't follow long enough, but yeah, maybe they'll turn up because the Poms just love a rivalry. They'll just go, fuck it, there's nothing else on. Let's go watch the footy.
Well, hopefully this happens. in all 3 Ashes tests. Rabbitohs 28-0 at half-time, wasn't it, against Penrith on Thursday. That was fucking bullshit.
I think we were recording, then got dinner on the way home, and I think I missed fucking the end of the game. And then Tom Barbary just put up the biggest early crow / carry-on I've ever seen. And like I was going to reply.
What about
it's actually round 3 and we just don't have anyone playing. Not that they have people out too, but I'm thinking, I just wouldn't have crowed personally.
Fucking proud of the boys is an understatement. Beat the fucking
I will just say
mate.
You wrote us off. No one was in the media saying there's no way Bunnies can win this.
It's round 3.
Everyone was just like, Penrith probably should win. there was no...
It was round 4.
Round 4, sorry.
Bunnies writing off okay, you did a good job. Good on you, good win.
Anyway.
But Penrith can still win the premiership.
No, that's fine. Give your mate a bit of shit.
Oh,
but
fuck yeah.
Come on with the... I'm proud of the boys. Fucking fuck up.
But 20-0, I still expected Penrith to win, and I think Penrith should have won. So well done on that. But I'm just going, holy.
Before the season, you'd never have thought the Bunnies would be 3-1 and Penrith be 1-3.
No.
That's opposite of that. We're all thinking.
But I thought about it. I was like, when you take Edwards and Cleary out now, and you look at that spine for Penrith, you're like, if you take away the Penrith badge, you're like, on paper, you're like, that's not. They shouldn't
a terrible
be.
team.
Yeah, they shouldn't be beating the Bunnies, but because it's Penrith and they got that system, they can still fucking compete.
Injured as well during the game.
Yeah.
He's a big one. Fucking believe it or not.
Yeah.
Luai left last year, obviously, but that's a couple of games in, people still finding their feet, and then you take Edwards and Cleary out as well. It's a whole new fucking side. I'm sitting there going, we lost. Am I worried? No
chance.
You'll still play finals, and that's as simple as that.
Worst case,
you can't win every year, guys.
Nah, and that's the worst part is you can't even be like, because they won 4 in a row.
Yeah, exactly. And that worst case scenario, when Cleary and Edwards come back, they finish 4th or 3rd, worst case, and they'll probably still win.
I don't reckon they'll be in the top 4. I reckon they'll make the 8, and whoever plays them will be like shit.
If there's any team that can just win.
Anyway,
on the back of the Bunnies, though, I saw something earlier today sort of come out about Trell and where he's going to come and then confirm with the team list that he's been named in the centres.
Yeah, nice.
I think that's a good call, man. Like, if Jai Gray's doing a great job there at the moment, heaps of energy, wants to be working hard. Latrell, an absolute gun when he wants to be, and no one can stop him one-on-one sort of thing. So it's like, we'll park him in the centres and let Jai just work his little hole off.
That might be like you're just getting the best of both worlds there, because you don't need to fix something that's not broken.
No.
And Latrell coming back, he's fitter, he's had injuries. Why not ease him in with less responsibility?
And he's proven to be one of the best centres in the game.
100%.
Where does he play at Origin? In the centres. He's a cunt to handle.
His best footy was
big boy.
Give him the ball early. Let him just chill out when he's off the ball, and let him just explode like fucking English used to do for us, man.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to go and work.
You shouldn't have to make him run. I know he looks fit, but just, I think Wayne's onto it. Surprisingly. It's like he knows what he's doing.
The best man manager in the game is going to manage his men well.
It's fucking bullshit, how he's got them 3-1. Like, what?
Yeah.
And the Finns, not a very different side to last year, are 0-4 because he's gone.
Yeah. Shock.
Shock, horror.
Shocked that he won an Origin series with Edric and Branko.
The hat chucker.
Are you serious?
The hat chucking
How
concreter.
do you win an Origin series with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's remarkable.
He's a fucking weapon, though.
I reckon he's at the point in his career now where he goes into a club and he just goes, just win for me. And they'll go, fuck, okay. Like, he doesn't have to do anything. They're just like, yes, Wayne.
He probably just walks in and goes, good luck, boys, and just walks out. Fuck, he's good. Fuck, he's good.
Everyone's got goosebumps.
Heads standing up.
Titans were unreal in the last 15. Jaden Campbell just went, right, I'm going to win the game for us.
That intercept
beat the Roosters away from home. Good on the Titans. Good
Are the Titans just a good team?
Maybe. Weird halves pairing, but it's working.
Keanu Kinney out for a while too.
Oh, true.
With injury, spinal injury. I think he had a bulged disc or something.
Okay, well, that might change
But they do have a bit of depth now. So we'll see how they go.
Who blew some life into Shibasaki? Because he's had a great season so far. I was actually at the game live with Beck, and fucking he is impressive.
Big boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just
big goatee.
But just having a crack.
Oh, it has to have some sort of
goatee.
superpower.
The goatee.
No one walks around with a goatee like that in 2025 and isn't just a fucking powerful machine. You're either
It's
a
good to see.
45-year-old piss wreck or you're the centre for the Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah.
No one
Tony
can do
Carroll.
it like him.
Tony Carroll-esque.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
The tropical cyclone.
Maybe that's what we need. The missing piece to our premiership team.
Yeah.
Is a good old goatee.
Nice and wet at the game?
Yeah, well, it's good. I was in the nosebleeds because it was a last-minute thing, which worked out well.
Well, you could have sat anywhere just about.
Well, it was pretty empty up close where it was just getting shat on.
Well, say there was 44,000 people there.
Well, that was probably what was booked.
Yeah.
I don't think they all went.
That many people.
That's what Beck was saying.
Up.
Oh, I can't believe those close seats didn't get sold. I said they did.
They would have.
Just went, oh, fuck that. Because it was pissing down.
Yeah. Well, you could
Absolutely
tell
sheeting.
at the end of the game, you could see it through the telly, and that's when you know it's pissing.
Yeah, how
Because
good
the cameras are pretty
now.
good, and they can,
Yeah. But no, it was good. I don't get the opportunity to go to many live games, like none of us really do. So it was cool just to go and watch, footy at the highest level.
Hash played another 70.
Yeah.
going
Solid gritty
on?
win, like in weather like that, in a sort of a spectacle, the big South Queensland derby. But like you take those wins any day of the week. Broncos looked like a much better team than the Finns did. And you just move
Well, our
on,
last
you add to the
two
list.
wins have been by 10 and 8 against two not so good sides.
No, but
But that weather, you can't really say, oh, we should have flogged them in that weather.
I think we
that's
did
right.
a bit. We did well in terms of kept it simple in that weather because we weren't shifting the ball absolutely crazy amount of times and going, oh, just fucking hold it. Like we kept it
Except
simple.
fucking Cobbo in the first half when he just ripped it halfway across the field.
Do you know what I found funny live? Because obviously it was a Dolphins home game.
Yeah.
So,
we were the away side too.
but whenever
we're in the way sheds.
whenever
wearing the
they
away
try
jersey.
and get a Dolphins chant or something going, I was loving it because I didn't give a fuck who won it all. So I was just sitting there neutral, and you'd hear all the passionate Broncos supporters whenever they try and fire up a Dolphins thing, just spraying them. Fucking funny. But it was good.
Stuff.
It was a good
If
crowd.
I cut us off just randomly, it's because, boys, all the bets from Saturday's from the Punt show on Thursday night, all the bets have rode to today because the two meetings, one at Rose Hill, one at Doomben, they got moved to today. There was still scratchings, obviously. Yabby Punt was scratched. West of Africa, which Jace back was scratched. But all the bets that were still running have stood.
So we're about to kick off.
Pedro's backed Brudenell, I believe, in this. And I've backed Walladow.
Come on, Walladow.
They're about to jump, actually, so we'll just continue straight into that.
Righto.
Watch the fingers.
And they're racing.
Fingering.
They are. There we go. I'm just going to...
Where are we, Grub?
Number 7.
4. I think Pedro's 7. Where are we? Oh, yep, parked. 4 deep.
Love
wow.
Love that.
See, this is what happens, boy. J-Mac's not on. J-Mac's decided it's Tuesday. I'm not fucking
I don't work on Tuesdays. I'll make millions on Saturdays.
Yeah. Well, there was Group 1 still today.
There was a few, actually.
Anyway, he's not on. We're laid out, so I've had to work
Is it in the yellow?
I'm striding up to second there
Oh,
now.
yeah, in the yellow and black.
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Not a bad spot.
I don't like it.
Just sit there.
Yeah,
We
could
have
be a lot worse.
We have to get run down from there. That's a shocking ride from Zach.
Don't write it off already, mate.
I've written it off. It's gone.
turn
Come
it off.
on.
Kill it.
Where's
Come on,
fucking
Zach.
Pedro's,
The stream,
though?
not the horse.
That's what
Need you
I'm,
to fucking lift,
I'm
Zach.
stressing about Pedro's.
Come on, Zach.
Is Brudenell definitely in this race?
Yeah,
I
he
thought-
might not be.
I thought Brudenell might have been a bit earlier, actually.
He was. Yeah, look at me. I'm
Wow.
gonna run last.
Someone just shot it.
Jesus.
That has got to be
It
the
just-
worst ride I've ever seen.
He's pulled it up.
Yeah, look, he's
not even
pulled
bother.
it up with
Yeah.
250 to go.
Okay,
He-
something's wrong.
yeah, something's really wrong. there.
Wow. That
Wow.
was that was very disappointing.
Wow.
Wow.
That sucks ass.
That does.
Definitely does suck ass.
It's not awesome.
He didn't cross the finish line. So something's just gone amiss there. That's just exactly how my punting goes.
Yep. That's
If you
right. You
didn't
can't win them all, guys.
Yeah. But one that everyone should have got was the Dragons beating the Storm.
Yeah, well, that was an easy
That
pick,
was an
wasn't it?
easy win there.
What the fuck is going on there?
Well,
Only scoring 8 points is a bit weird.
Every team has kind of had their little hiccup so far, and especially round 2 was a big round of hiccups. And I think Melbourne, having a bye already, they might have gotten off a bit lightly. And then this week was the fixture that fucked them.
Yeah.
They had no Hughes, obviously, which plays a part. I don't think Wishart had an amazing game, but yeah, sloppy conditions.
Oh, they didn't have Hughes. We were talking about this, me and Tom.
Broken
were
hand.
they missing anyone?
Yeah, righto.
Broken hand. And then
But it's the Dragons.
I think Meaney's out with a broken jaw, but they've got enough depth to
Is
cover
there
that.
any link there?
Oh, nicey.
Oh, what?
Between
hand
the
and jaw?
broken hand and the broken jaw?
I don't think so.
Well, there's a story for you, Buzz.
Yeah, figure that one out, Rothfield. Put your mayo on it. Yeah, but I think...
Good on the Drags, though. Good to see.
Yeah, they need to get off the mark.
I need to get on the Mad
2025.
Dragons page and see what he's up to.
Oh, he'll be
carrying
fucking
on.
fired up. won't
And
he?
then another one where we just assumed that
Yep.
the Raids would go up and get the job done.
Yeah, well,
Didn't.
Ref's fault again, Jace.
definitely.
Did you see it? Did you see the presser?
I watched the last 20 minutes.
No,
but
did you
I
see the
didn't.
press conference?
No, I
So-
so he blamed it on
Oh.
nothing but
Got
just
fined.
losing.
He actually, I think he got fined this week.
Did he?
Yeah.
God, it's getting out of hand.
So
bro.
I'm on your team this week because even I was like watching the game and the referee blew 2 penalties to the Raiders for the Cowboys not putting their foot on the ball in the play the ball.
well, that's
Which
a
you
new
just don't see
crackdown
happen.
this
And
year.
you never...
Is it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it didn't get called anywhere. And then...
I find it a very
30
hard
metres
rule
out.
to police because
Exactly.
what
I find
really...
it very easy. If the fucking foot doesn't touch the ball, penalise the cunts. Otherwise, to get rid of the rule.
Yeah. So he's done it. Cowboys were coming out of their own end and he did it twice.
Yeah,
and I
right.
went, wow, this is next... you don't see that.
Yeah, because it's like you said, if you're going to start now, then it's everyone.
It was second half.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
You can't just half-ass it when I
No.
say, like, it's difficult because if they suddenly lose a bit of focus and they're looking at something else and not the exact play of the ball, it's like,
So
if
that
you're going
was-
to do it, you need to 100%
I think
fucking
it's
do
like
it.
as well. If they try and hit the ball with their foot, like they actively try and do it, and they miss it by a bit, I reckon that's all right. But it's just when they lift their foot up and just roll it
Big
under.
Seven Aceivas.
Yeah, yeah.
Petro loved doing that, didn't he?
I just thought there was no way you could really complain about that when you were the ones getting the
Yeah.
penalties. But anyway,
And-
he did, and he got fined.
So
I'm
why
fairly
didn't he
sure.
blame the fact that I think it was Xavier Savage and
Oh,
that
yeah,
play
yeah,
in the
shocker.
last, and they're running down. They could have scored. Owen Paddy's on his inside on
He
a 2-on-1,
just
and he
torched
just
him.
did what wingers do, and he was
Torched.
like, "I'm going to take the glory here." Whatever the thought process was, how about you bring that up? Don't blame. I'm not saying go out there and just hate on your players, but like maybe that's why you ended up losing, not because of the refs, Ricky.
Yeah, I thought surely he's not going to go again this week, and he did.
And he has.
So I
Well,
was like, wow,
who have
maybe
they got-
Jace is onto something.
Who have they got? Oh, they've got Cronulla. Now, if you lose that game, maybe it's because the Sharks are a good team.
Well, apparently not. The Doggies fucking only let him score 1 try at Shark Park on
Mate,
Saturday night.
The
So that was
Dogs'
great.
defensive effort. Like,
Yeah.
the staple of rugby league premierships, and the old saying is defense wins premierships, right? And I'm not saying the Dogs are going to win, but the sign of a really good fucking team.
This has been 2 years now. This has been going on. So.
The sign of a very good team is just defending their absolute fucking asses off.
For
Their
the
kick
boys.
chase,
Seraldo has
everything. Oh.
Seraldo has just brought the right culture and the mentality, and they're all buying into it.
And they have, because Marnie got on the mic at the end of the game and he said that's fucking Bulldogs footy like 3 times. Like just
Yeah, they're
just
all believing
cheating everyone up.
They've
Yeah.
got
believing
key pieces to that team, and
Yeah.
they've got Marnie, who everyone is just shitting on him for being a grub, and that one.
There was nothing
definitely
wrong with
come
that
in.
though.
Yeah, I really
almost-
don't mind it because
You want your hooker to be a grub. I don't know if
Exactly.
you all forgot.
He almost pulled out of it.
Yeah.
Like he went to challenge for the ball, realised he wasn't going to get there and almost pulled out of it. And then he tapped him.
Yeah.
And old mate just carried on like
Could
a
he have not
fuckwit.
done it? Yes, but
How? He
Marnie
was trying to compete for the
Marnie
ball.
has done that for years, and he is that grub. That's his play style, and it fucking works. Like you said, Tom, you need your hooker to be a little niggly grub.
I just don't reckon
not a
that
bit of
that
grub.
scenario was even grub. He just went to compete, realised, fuck, I'm not going to get there first, tried to pull out, and there was a little bit of a shoulder to the back or sort of the head, and it was like a tap. Like, fucking grow up, whoever that was.
Yeah, that's a very impressive
4-0
win to go to Shark Park.
Unreal.
And then, take
I like
a win
seeing
like
it.
that.
I like seeing the Dogs. Teams that you've grown up watching just get absolutely fed every year.
They did make a fucking GF in.
Well, they made 2 grand final,
but just a lot of the times I remember for a long
Recent
time
times.
there.
Yeah. And
but
then
it's exciting what they're building.
Cherry got cheered onto the field.
Yeah.
He would not have been expecting that.
It may come out soon, and they might boo him, but at least he got cheered this one last time.
Yeah.
Well, you said you're like,
Who
who
knows?
brought up him getting booed by even Broncos fans after he backflipped. And
Yeah, this is obviously different.
very
but-
different being home Sunday brookie, but still, like...
No,
you
the backflip. I don't think he's backflipped at all.
No.
The
Yeah,
only
that's
way
not what
backflip-
I'm saying. I'm just
yeah.
talking about the reception he got from crowds a lot last time he was in the media for deals.
Yeah.
and was a lot shitter than what he's received now.
I just hope he's telling the truth. Because if it comes out that he's fucking fucked him over.
Oh, there is so much coming out
They
every
will
day
turn.
about, oh, well, he actually said this 2 years ago and he negotiated this, but Manly offered that. It's just like, I'm not buying into anything until I see a decision made by both the club and him.
Bit of he said, she said at the moment.
Proper.
I think, and there's nothing I like seeing more than Tommy Turbo right at full flight here. But I think his name officially just has to be called Tommy Tampon because he's in for 1 week and out for 3.
Yeah.
And it just suits.
That name
it's just-
should have been there before.
I know.
A long
But
time.
I just
Since
feel like it
2021.
needs to be said to say that's him.
Yeah.
And you feel for the bloke, don't
I
you?
love watching the bloke play footy as a gun, but his body can. How
How can it be
spewing with
so
Manly-
shit?
Yeah, I know.
It's not like he's a bloke
fucking
who
elite
doesn't look
athlete.
after his rig either.
Fuck no,
He is
he'd be
just
the most
unlucky.
disciplined dude, and he'd have all the. But his body just is shitting all over.
Maybe he
him.
doesn't fucking look after it.
Well, start cunt.
Do some mobility stretching or something.
Oh,
He'd
if-
have to.
If
He'd
he
have
hasn't
to,
tried
dude.
absolutely every single method in the last 5 years.
But what do you do? It's getting to the point, man, where they're going to have to medically retire him soon or
Yeah,
something.
It's
Because
a liability almost. Like
Well,
if he gets injured like that in the first half of a semi or something.
But because he's so fucking good when he's on,
Yeah, I know.
it's like you can't really just yet. But how do you come back from hamstring, like finicky hamstring that has been fucked for years,
Well,
and with both knees strapped,
Well,
you're
where's
doing
his next?
MCL.
Where's his next contract? How do you negotiate a good price? How can they
Yeah.
go? Well, here's your stats, man, of the last say 3 to 4 years.
Why were both his knees strapped?
I don't.
Have
know.
you seen that?
Yeah, that's why I thought. I was like, is that just
That was-
precautionary?
That was to that round.
Yeah.
It's not like he's
Is he
had
doing
it all
it
season.
It's not because he's got a resting injury. It's because they don't want it to get injured.
But he hasn't had it for the first 3 rounds.
yeah,
did
that's
he?
what I mean. Are they just
So-
strapping him up just to make sure
Surely
that there's
not.
no
Surely
possibility?
he's twinged something.
Because what's going to go
I
next?
reckon he
Like,
must have twinged something at training.
I fucking
or
feel
I
bad
don't
for
know.
him. But you're right. If they negotiate, because if you look at, he had one of the best seasons in like modern rugby league history in 2021. Like that potential still being there when he's healthy is like fucking. It is insane how good he is. But
Nah, I'm off him.
when you're injured every 2 and 3 weeks and you've got makeshift fullbacks and
Like I said to I fucking feel for the bloke.
It's
It'd
fucking-
suck because
yeah.
obviously he'd be doing everything he can, but fucking hell, you just can't. You're just
well,
waiting
yeah,
for
at
something.
what
You're just
point-
waiting for something to happen, eh?
And it's not all relative injuries too. It's hamstring. He's done his pec. He's done shoulders. He's done knees.
No,
Like,
yeah,
it's all
yeah. It's not
different.
like it's only been for a while there. It was just hammies, and everyone
Yeah.
would joke about the hammy thing. But yeah, shoulder, knees, pec, fucking poor bastards just in
You
the
just
walls.
you just feel bad for him. He has to be taking care of himself.
Yep, poor old.
You'd
Look
think
at
so, you'd
fucking-
assume.
Well, look at Cherry Evans. I saw I can't remember who reported it, but he's missed like 20 something games
Ever, yeah.
ever, and that's including Origin.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Turbo at the same fucking club. Like Ches is looking after his body that well. Surely Turbo is too. So it's just literally comes down to luck.
Or not luck.
Just how your body's
luck
made
from
up.
when
body's
you were
built.
born, yeah.
Yeah, like it fucking sucks. I feel.
I'm
for the
sure
bloke.
he's had people trying to coach him how to run or like sprint differently and shit. They got all those.
There might be a
coaches to
knee bloke in
teach you
America
how
they
to
can
run.
send him to.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he's done it. He did the hamstring shit in America, didn't he?
Yeah, we've given him heaps of shit for that. No one knows hamstrings here.
Yeah.
Game of the round finished on Sunday. I reckon game of the round. Just the whole atmosphere at the ground and the niggly shit that was going on, and Warriors and Tigers, they played an absolute belter. Campbelltown was fucking pumping when the Tigs looked like they were going to run away with it. I think it was 24-18, and they dove in for another that got disallowed. Obviously would have made it 30-18, and that joint was just fucking going off his head.
Heaving.
That's what you want to see. Warriors come back, won, got a shit penalty that gave them the win from 40 out, kicked the goal. It was probably a penalty, but like the way the rules are written, it was a penalty. Yeah. But it sucks to see.
Yeah.
It was like a little shoulder.
Not enough to say.
You never want to see
robbed.
a game, decided by that sort of thing.
And a few suspensions I think come out of it.
Well, Luai's
out for a week. I don't know if he's going to fight that. And then there was a few more on report. So
and now the Waz was 3-1.
Yeah, mate.
After week 1, where everyone wrote him off, including myself.
Yeah. No, see, that's the thing. You let go SJ. You need to get someone else in, that can fulfil the void.
Yep. And Luke Metcalf can't do it, or yes, he can.
You're welcome, Warriors fans.
Yeah,
I've just delivered that on a platter
to you
for all his.
2010. 2010, 15 years ago, boys, was the last time.
Yeah, I remember it.
The Tigs won 3 in a row.
Really?
That is wild.
Wow.
Like when I heard that, I went, "That can't be true."
Well, that has to be one of the last times they played the finals too.
Yeah. That
Against,
was the fucking
Roosters. Braithen Astor's field goal after scrum,
and Simon Dwyer just leveling Warrior.
Yeah.
He did. Fuck,
that was
good
one
to
of the
watch.
best games of footy ever. Yeah. But that was the last time they won 3 in a row. I could not believe that. That's a long time.
Like we know they've been so shit that we know that they probably haven't won 3 in a row. But when you really think about it,
15 years.
15 years.
Surely you've strung 3 in a row somewhere.
That's
you've
tough.
played 3 shitters or something. Surely you'll pull off an upset.
No, well they are the shitters.
And guess what? They still haven't.
Yeah. This is the best chance they've got.
That was the best chance they had.
But they let it slip, literally.
Fuck, man. Anyway.
It was a decent round of bar. Not for tipping.
No, shit tipping. But,
horrid. You even got the old ESPN just saying poor tipping. I'm like, thanks, cunt.
So what did we think about the new rule that Buzz broke?
Man.
That was the buzzest thing I've ever seen.
The new rule, back page of the Telegraph, fucking, he's broken it on 360.
Yeah.
Was it? So instantly when I heard it, I went, this is a 24-hour pre-April Fool's butter up.
He's not that witty, though.
If Abdo
is he that much of a funny guy?
So it wasn't. Yeah. But that was what I thought.
If Abdo wasn't brought on to explain Buzz's just fucking explosion of mayonnaise,
he was bathing.
Then I would have thought,
mayonnaise.
He just was
dripping.
He fucking felched mayonnaise that morning. Mate, just all over himself. It was just insane. So, for anyone who's living under a rock, old Buzz has just said, yep, after the round, like that. After the round, it was pretty much saying, yep, all the forceful contact of the head. Now, anything with the head is going to be
every high tackle will be
everything will be a
contact.
sin bin. So everything's gone into meltdown, and Abdo's pretty much just said no. There was some over the weekend that were direct forceful contacts. Yep. 4 that were direct forceful contacts to the head that should have been sin bin.
Yeah.
Because the rule is if it's direct forceful contact to the head when there's no factors like slipping or anything involved, it's a sin bin. Fair enough.
Yeah, trying to make it a black and white
So
rule,
we're saying
which we
that
want.
there was 4. We went back, reviewed it. There was 4 times where there should have been.
You're not going to do a
sin
South
bin.
African accent?
Yeah.
Go on, mate.
And that's just being an old cunt.
Yeah, it literally is.
And just not being able to fucking comprehend or
And you know what?
process what
It's
has
great
been
stuff.
said. Yeah.
Or is it just him going, you know what, this is really going to grab headlines?
Nah, he's
like, does
old,
he know
man.
that it's like, this
Fuck, he's old.
This
He
is
is.
pure utter bullshit and I don't care. Like, and
he's
even
old.
fucking Braith, I'm pretty sure, had commented on videos and that is saying, like, laughing and going, Buzz does love a bit of mayo. He knows it. His co-host, someone he works with.
Mate, you want him on
regularly.
there. You want him doing that
Mate.
and just causing an absolute shit
Circus.
fight.
Well, put it this way: if Buzz reported what's true and honest at normal times, it wouldn't really. You wouldn't know him. You'd be like, he's another rugby league journalist. He's made a name for dripping shit and mayo, and I respect the hustle, Buzz. Good on you, mate. It's horse shit, but you're making good coin off it. Clearly,
It was pretty funny.
Righto. Do we want to keep going with the league? Change it up a bit. Do the tips.
Yeah, if you want,
Let's do that, and then we'll go into the AFL.
Change?
Sounds good.
Fucking change.
What? Fuck?
Fuck that.
3 out of 8 I got 2. That is pathetic.
Yeah,
Titans, Bronx, and Manly.
You should have been tipping the Dragons. I can't believe no one tipped them.
Yeah, that's wild.
I must have put mine in wrong.
2 out of 8.
Because I went to tip them.
Did ya?
Righto, we're going to GIO. It's Canberra. It's Thursday night. 2 losses in a row. They're playing the Sharks, though, who have just come off one. Now, just on the Sharks, actually, has anyone noticed, like, I obviously read something about it and then noticed it on Saturday, that Nico has just fully taken a back seat to Trindle. Trindle's running the show.
As he should, I think.
And Hines is trying to...
Kicking duties as well.
Yeah, like just everything. Yeah. And Heinze's just trying to sort of run off the back of him. Joey said on whatever Channel 9 show it was, he goes, I honestly don't know how Nico gets his confidence back. He said, the way you get your confidence back as a halfback, or how Joey did it, was get my hands on the footy 2 or 3 times a set. The more I got my hands on the ball, the more confident I'll become and everything like that. But he's gone the other way and doesn't want his hands on the ball.
But it's harder, though, because Joey grew up as an out-and-out halfback and come through as a halfback. Nico was a bit of everything, a fullback, a bench player, a utility, and they're trying to mould him into a half. But
he won a Dally M.
I know. And he was a gun with the confidence in the right spots. But, I mean, as a bloke who's not just an out-and-out halfback and grew up as a structured half, it makes sense to me why Fitzgibbon might be saying, look, let Trent steer the ship.
Well, he has to
you just chime in. Yeah.
Because getting top 4 each year can only get you so far when you're going out in straight sets. Like, I know they haven't every year, but
it was more
you're consistently at the top and the team isn't.
I know what Joey's saying, though. It's like, how's he supposed to get his confidence back if he isn't getting his hands on the ball as much as possible?
Because he was thinking, and all he can do is go off his experience, John's, and obviously he was just a different breed, but at the end of the game, when the game was to be won, it always gets said about Nico, where you want him to go, fucking give me the footy, I'll win us the game, and he never does. So
there is a bit of a confidence issue, and it probably has stemmed from his couple Origin performances. He has just been the scapegoat every time, and it has not been his fault. And it's counteracting. Like, it's rather than getting the ball in your hands and doing what Joey's saying, taking that backward step is like,
maybe it'll work, but it didn't on the weekend. So. Then you just got a little, but
that's a kind of a tip, by the way, while we're here.
Yeah.
Both of them just shit. Haven't figured the Raiders out for 3 weeks. Sharks either. Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm not getting off the Raids.
Well, are you going to tip them?
Well, this is what I was thinking. I was going to go, I'm going to tip the Milk because they're down in Canberra. So I'm going to do the opposite of that and go the Sharks.
Right.
And fuck it up.
I'm just going to tip... I'm just going to tip Sharks because I think they'll win.
Well,
I just think Raiders, they got really pumped up and excited after 2 wins.
Yeah, they won the GF.
They won the grand final.
They did win 2 GFs in a row.
Exactly.
Actually.
And now Ricky's already started. The refs are the worst people in the world. Shit.
All I can say is when you've got a wonderful, wonderful wagering partner like Ned's that are offering $2.45 for the Raiders at home, I think that's value there.
You're getting value for them. You also got...
You've actually found value in them 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Great value in them at Brookie
They got to win soon, don't they?
If you tipped them against Brisbane, which was a great fucking bit of value, they were $4 something, you're still in front.
Yeah, but that was the grand final, mate. The round 2 GF.
Right, well, I'm going to tip them, and now this is also a of a tip. Is Cleary named?
Yes, he
named
is.
at 7. So we actually have a halfback that'll steer us around.
Correct.
So I'm going
and
Panthers.
Hughes will win.
Righto. Penrith it is.
Cowboys, good win. You did it.
Dane Laurie's still at fullback. Toto's not on the wing. So, like, there's still a fair few out. But Cleary's, I don't know, he's all right.
He's
makes a bit of a difference.
He's a good club footy player.
Yeah, he is.
He's shit anywhere else.
He can steer the ship, and he has got a decent kicking game. Apart from that, he's fuck all.
An all right resume too, I guess.
At club, as long as he can hear me say at club,
he'll hear because he listens.
Him and Nico are in the same boat to me at Origin time.
Wow. That is rage bait if I've ever heard it.
Yep. Bose can't handle the fucking pressure cooker. Mitch Moses, on the other hand, great player.
Yeah,
Great
he's the
player.
best halfback New South Wales has produced since Joey.
I reckon.
Yeah. Yep. Well, he got it done in Queensland, mate.
I know.
How many times
you
has Nathan done that?
The last bloke to do it?
Andrew
Joey.
Johns.
There you go.
There you go.
Unlucky, Cles. Good luck. Good luck in the Super League next year, mate. Over there with Mary. Now, this game here looks so simple, which means the Roosters will win.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm tipping the Rabbitohs because I feel like Trell back.
They can't get worse.
Surely Waynell Hull hasn't pumped up.
They can't get worse. That's what I'm thinking. They've been playing so good, they can't get worse.
It's going to be a very up and down years for the Roosters. This won't be an up for them.
Hopefully not.
I'm sure a core will be just absolutely packed.
Why?
Oh, won't it be?
Why are they not playing this at Allianz, Sydney Football Stadium?
Like
SFS, that'd be the go.
Yeah,
It's
you'd
a
think
fucking
so.
great joint.
Yeah.
Oi, just quickly, I was sitting there with Beck watching that game at Suncorp, and I noticed like all the advertisement opportunities they got, like the things that flash up around and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's 100% why, obviously, when they sign these corporate deals, in their deal, advertising in those deals would be X amount of games guaranteed at those stadiums.
Yeah.
I don't know, I remember saying to her, that's why they don't play all of them just at these small grounds.
Not that the SFS is small.
No,
Well,
that wasn't a good
It's
example.
more suited to that game. It's perfect.
I feel like this fixture has, like in
Perfect.
history, been at Sydney Football
Should be.
Stadium. Yeah.
Anyway, it's
Unless
not.
it's a fucking final
It's
and you
not,
want to pack in
and-
more.
Anyway, I'm going the Rabbits.
Knowing
Where are you
it-
going?
Being April in
gonna get
Sydney,
bunnies
it'll
too.
be pissing down. So
Yeah, well,
unlucky
with 4,000
Sydney-siders.
people there, that's if it's dry. If it's wet,
I'm
it'll
on
be
the
100.
bunnies too. Surely the addition of Latrell doesn't make them shitter. So
I'm very
that's the
interested. I'm not going to
theory.
say excited. I'm interested to see how he's going to go with his big off season, healthy, fit,
In
and
the
that centre.
centres.
Like Tom said, because he doesn't have to go and do the shit work,
Exactly.
fucking
It
coming out of
frees
his
him up
own
a lot.
end. Surely he's just got 95% energy at all times to just
Mate.
explode.
Wayne Bennett.
Who's playing on him? Fuck that.
If he looking at his rig compared to other years, having Wayne
That was
Bennett
pre-season though.
there, having Wayne Bennett there, and then playing in the centres, it's just a recipe for Trell to do
If
well.
there's any coach that's going to bring the best out of someone like Latrell, it is Uncle Wayno.
Big unk. Righto. Combank.
Isn't this a shit game?
Sunday 2 o'clock. Fucking
Saturday 2 o'clock.
Saturday 2 o'clock.
I'll
Sorry.
be on the Neds app watching races, and I might check the score on this because that is a really
What's the
poor
go?
game.
Are these fuckers back to because it's the 2nd of April? Are they back on just normal Eastern Standard now?
Yeah,
or-
daylight savings done.
Is
Hey,
it?
fuck.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Because we've been done with this before.
No, I'm
I think we're
very
all back.
positive.
I think we're all back together, which is nice.
Because it makes sense. Like it's now the 6
it's
months
April.
of winter.
It's usually
yeah, I
fucking
know, but
done
do
by
they
now.
pick a weekend to do it, or
They've
do they
come
just
back
do it
to
on
us,
the
and we
first?
just stayed.
Anyway,
Are you talking about the footy? Do they?
no, the
decide-
daylight savings in general.
I am very, very certain
Righto.
that it's done.
You heard it
but
here first.
when you look at the footy fixtures, 7 o'clock on Thursday nights and Friday nights for the main fixture.
That's what it says on our app,
Yeah, and it starts at 7 for us.
but
I
it
think it
normally
is.
doesn't.
I think it is because the team lists were out at 2 today. Our time, they were 3 because it was their time, 2 o'clock. Where today at I don't know.
I'm checking
Check.
Fuck.
because it
Check.
seems
If it's
weird
April
that
and it's not, but yeah, I get what you mean because 7 o'clock fixture usually it's 7:50 or 8
right.
o'clock, and I've been like, oh, maybe they've changed. It's awesome, but
Hang on, the games have been starting at 6:50
No, 7.
our time.
No, 7 exactly.
Okay, whatever, 6:57, which means it's 8 o'clock down there. And when we're not in daylight savings, it starts at 8 o'clock everywhere.
Can you check?
I'm
if-
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7:50.
So
normally,
you
isn't it?
fucked it. April 6th. I told you that.
What?
Pick a weekend.
Fuck me, it's April. Change the cunt. Usually by March, I swear, like late March, it's
I
pretty
just saw-
I don't
back
know
to
why.
normal.
For some reason, do you know why? I think it's because I looked at the fight that is this weekend. Would that even be there yet? Sunday?
I don't know. But all I seen was 2 o'clock Saturday. Normally the first game's at 3. So anyway, you've been
Just
done it.
fucking do it earlier,
Absolutely
cunts.
certain over here.
Oh, mate, it's April. Do you think by now?
Nah, because the first is a Tuesday. Like yesterday was the first, which was fucking a Tuesday. It'd be weird. That's why I thought you'd do it on a weekend so everyone resets for the Monday.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was 5 minutes of dribble that all you cunts down in Victoria and New South Wales will be going, listen to these banana
you
bending
time-travelling cunts. Anyway, who are we going to tip for this awesome game between Para and Dragon? Oh, that's an expression of
I'm going to tip. Doesn't matter, I think. Parramatta.
I'm going Dogs.
I reckon it's a good thing.
I'm actually going to go Para because...
They got to win one soon.
Well, yeah, they're one of the last teams to not win, and they're at home.
They'll be up and about.
Surely get up and about. Dragons can't beat Melbourne and then win afterwards.
What about
I reckon they can definitely beat Parramatta after beating Melbourne.
But see how that makes sense?
Yeah, but you know what I'm playing. Yeah. It's like the Bronx back in the day, mate. If you beat the Bronx... you never win the next week.
Oh, what? Too sore.
Yeah, that's it. Webke hitting you all day. Fucking Petro.
Yeah.
Dane Carlo. Looks like Tarzan played like Jane. Seabus Super Stadium. Another Queensland derby. They don't stop the derbies.
Fuck yeah.
The Coast. I'm up the Titans.
Yeah, me too.
Although, who'd you say was out? Kinney.
Yep.
So
I don't think he played in the weekend either, though.
Okay. When they still played Brimson and...
I need to actually double check.
They still played Brimo and Campbell in the halves on the weekend, I saw. So
who did play fullback for him? Jalen de Groot.
Oh, that's right, the de Groot.
Yeah. So I didn't watch much of him, but obviously was good
I
enough
heard
to beat
on
the
the radio.
Roosters. If you're good enough to beat the Roosters, you're good enough to beat the Finns.
You'd think so. And then we go to Suncorp. We're back at home this week.
We are.
The Bronx.
It was a fucking big trip away last
and we got
weekend.
the Tigs.
Yep.
No Luai?
That's what I'm double checking now. No Luai.
Righto. We'll win that. We must win that.
I think that is a must win and will win.
And I think the $1.14 that Neds are offering is value. There you go.
It is. What are we, 13 plus? Or at the line?
That'll be the one. And then we go Sunday. What a fixture this is.
How have Manly just been gifted
Sunday
3 Rugby League fixtures? Like, no other Sydney club really turns up as much as they do.
Well, I'm not going to pick them.
I am.
Melbourne,
they don't lose
Tampon's
at Brookvale.
out.
They don't lose at Brookvale.
They will not. Melbourne will not be losing that.
After losing to the Dogs.
Yeah.
I don't. Manly don't. This is the battle of Brookie, mate.
This is the great thing about tipping and opinions.
Right. Manly at. What are we getting with Neds for them? About
$2.45. Is that value?
That is value out the wazoo.
Righto, sweet. And then are the Dogs going to go 5-0?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
The Knights off a freshen up.
Kalen Ponga off a freshen up, you mean?
Kalen off a freshen.
Yes.
First up. Okay. It's at a core. It's not at Belmore.
No, it's not.
Does that come into it?
No, it doesn't. Because the Dogs fans actually travel out to a core.
Well, you're right. Because they've got such a good defensive side, if they shut down Ponga, they'll win the game.
Exactly. That's
Dogs it is. Well done.
It is.
Righto, let's go to the AFL because I have to bring up straight off the bat the huge crowd. Now, we put out
We're just going to jump to that game?
We put out well, no, we just posted that meme. That's right, of the D's fans starter pack.
Yeah.
And we've also given them a bath already this year about not turning up. And they played the Moons on, was it Saturday?
It was Saturday, the first fixture.
It was at the G because where else would the only team with Melbourne in their name play?
Exactly right.
8,000 people, Jace.
Dude.
At the D's Moons game.
So we...
That's fucking insane.
For the GWS game. In the rain, the same weekend as the F1s where every man and their dog go to.
Didn't they get 20 to that?
Exactly right.
Wow.
And this is...
I've never seen 8,000 at the G.
I can't ever think of a fixture.
Except for Australia versus the West Indies in a one-dayer or something.
Mate, it
like
is...
recently.
Disgusting. And yes, it's the Suns. They don't have a big travelling supporter base coming from Gold Coast.
Doesn't matter.
It does not fucking matter. That is atrocious.
That's bad.
That just shows that, like, the state that the Demons are in.
No wonder they lost.
Yeah. Who are you going to, when you're going out there after having a few tough losses in a row and the boys really want to pick the spirits up and get out there and fucking battle for a victory, and you've got 4 blokes wearing their North Face puffers and their RM boots in the crowd, what are you meant to do?
I know.
I don't blame the boys for rolling over and dying.
Not play for each other or anything.
No,
fuck that.
Fuck no.
The crowd's not here.
No.
And I saw we got some traction. See what I did there?
That was a good play.
Bit of on traction.
Yes.
Of our Christian Petrarca.
Yeah, well, we need to hang up the mics, apparently.
Yeah. So. This gear shouldn't be so readily available.
Yeah.
Podcasting
gear's fucking
It's actually really good the first 50 times you read it.
Yeah. Like if
I was laughing.
Yeah, it's good.
You can't help but laugh.
Yeah.
And just go.
When it goes,
Actually,
it needs to be more expensive is a good one.
Yeah, I liked that one.
That's a beauty.
I saw one that actually made me
that
laugh. It was like, this is great chat, boys. Beers, footy, boys. And I was just like, that one actually fucking made me giggle.
Yeah.
I just got to give a shout out to a account called Doom Scrollers.
Oh.
Because he fucking went into bat for us on 3 comments.
Did he?
What a
yeah, man.
Good man.
Good on you, Doom Scrollers.
Cheers,
you
Doomy.
fucking got into them.
Because, stuff.
Some bloke who has 1 follower.
Oh, okay.
It's private. And he's named himself Ro Jogan. So, like, just
That's
being
cool.
a real funny cunt.
That's real
and
cool.
said, we should start a podcast. He got a fuckload of likes on it, actually. Fuck him.
Yeah.
But Doom Scrollers went straight on there and just ripped it up.
I just like,
good
though,
stuff.
when they comment that, but we get paid to do it. So it's like sucked in, fuck stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
336.
I'm glad we
I didn't
did
even
chat.
see that.
Yeah, this actually isn't a bad gig.
Lots of people think that we shouldn't have ripped him because AFL players should be allowed to have a life outside
I
the
think it was
AFL.
more, weren't you saying
okay.
mix up what you're cooking?
Yeah. And we had a light-hearted joke about how
I
the
thought it was
Demons aren't
hilarious.
doing great.
But you
and
know
he
what
loves
the
to
best
cook.
part was? Is he came out and had an absolute shocker.
Well, that helps.
Didn't he?
The whole
Didn't he?
midfield, this should be one of the best midfields in the comp.
Yeah, when you've got Gorney going up
Gawn,
for the tip, and then you've got Clary.
Viney,
Yep.
Oliver, Petrarca. Are you kidding?
Yep.
Time to move on, boys.
It is. Like,
Time to move
if
on.
it's not cemented now, Clayton Oliver's going out to Geelong next year, and Petrarca's
easy.
either going to Collingwood or Carlton. Surely those boys are not staying in this. Because they are
Track's retiring.
way too fucking good to be...
Track's retiring.
Is he?
He's just got to start at one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants in the UK. So he'll be going over there.
I didn't even say his cooking was bad either. I said I stole a pasta recipe off him.
You
before,
did too.
So.
But that's what we did. We baited them and they fucking took it.
Rage bait, and it worked. Anyway,
D's and Carlton, huge trouble. We don't need to talk about their game specifically, but both of those sides started 0-3.
What is that?
Huge trouble.
Someone riding a big sick Harley outside.
Is that Barb's recording his
I think it's a bloke with a huge cock in the car park.
That sound usually
Barb's is
correlates.
recording his fucking Group 1 tip.
He's going up the steepest hill in the world in fucking 5th gear.
Hopefully you can't hear that.
Yeah, well, some big cock slinger out there.
0-3, D's and Carlton, huge trouble. Not sure about you, but I feel like there's more going on at the Demons than there is at Carlton.
Yeah,
Carlton are just
I agree.
Not playing well enough for 4 quarters. The Demons are in big shit.
Yep, big time. Demons are panicking, and because they have the likes of the players,
Get upper, bruh.
they can definitely hear.
Upper!
Yeah, he's giving it.
You won't be
some
able to
too.
hear anything because
No.
BT's that good that he'll
He
edit
is.
it all out.
Yeah, when D's have that like key 3 or 4 players and they're still like, you're right. When you're getting 8,000 people to a game and you're losing by 60, it's a very big difference to Carlton sucking in the 3rd quarter, but like they've had a couple tough teams to play with Hawthorn and Dogs. If they had to beat Richmond in round 1, alarm bells wouldn't be ringing as much, man.
Yeah.
Not a chance, but that really highlighted and looks like they're struggling more than I think they are. And because now they've got to go play, is it Collingwood they've got?
Man. Thursday
Collingwood
night.
on Thursday night, which is
Blockbuster.
huge. And they're probably not going to win. And then you look
Hope
at
they
who
do.
they've got after that. They play
I think it's going to be tough.
Gather round. Pretty sure it is. They go and play the Eagles. So that surely is their first win. And then after they got North on Good Friday.
Righto. So if they can win this on Thursday,
That's
then
huge.
massive. They could be 3
should
and
be able to win.
3 and 3.
Exactly right. You go out and like their whole season and the whole outlook of the year completely changes if you go out and beat Collingwood this week.
Yeah, because then you got, like you say, you got West Coast and North.
Yeah, you build a bit more momentum.
Next thing you're 3-3 and it's all good.
But everyone at Carlton is just panicking. Vossi out, he has to go.
As they do.
Yeah, obviously someone's good. You got to point at someone for this kind of shit. But go out and beat Collingwood this week, which is easier said than done.
Obviously, there'll be 90,000 there. Though it'll be good to see.
The landscape of your year changes, Carlton fans. Just relax.
Essendon got off the mark on Thursday night.
Mate, our gut feeling was right.
The gut, it worked.
The gut was talking to me.
Yeah, my big keg.
The gut that I treat awesome was giving me some good knowledge.
So good on them. I don't think it's a flex to beat Port in Melbourne, though. Or just Port.
Yeah, I think it highlights
Port are in trouble as well.
The Port are going to have. Yeah, Hinkley's leaving, so...
Well, he's got the big fucking 12-month send-off.
Yeah.
Fuck him off now.
I reckon
Seriously.
They'll make a mutual decision halfway through the year and he'll be gone.
If it continues like this, yeah. Done Carlton, Melbourne, they're in trouble. St Kilda just done what teams should do to Richmond.
Exactly.
And given them an absolute
And now they're 2-1
hiding.
after beating the Cats as well.
Yeah, mate. Speaking of, now I saw a good montage, I should say, on one of the shows on Fox Footy. Mm-hmm. And it was, now I'm not saying this, by the way, that Hawthorn
You're just relaying information.
All the Neds are, and other people are saying that Hawthorn and the Lions are premiership favourites, which I think is the biggest fucking blow out of the water ever, saying Hawthorn after 4 games. I know that they're playing unreal, but...
Fuck, you beat some quality teams.
It was almost simultaneous, and Jared Waitley highlighted this on Fox Footy, that simultaneously in the third quarter of both games, these two sides went bang and just flicked the switch and decided that they're going to just go... We're going to beat the Giants. We're going to beat Geelong. They're probably the 2 next on the rung of the premiership ladder.
Not on the ladder right now, but in terms of ranking of teams.
That's right. And they just went boom and put it on them, and fucking it was... They put up a split screen, and it was simultaneous what was going on. So
well, you and I were discussing, and obviously I was watching these games at the same time, so I was watching Cats Lions, and all I saw was a little scoreboard in the corner. Yeah. And I ended up watching some highlights up, but the wind...
The wind
completely
was
whatever
off its head.
Side of the field you were kicking towards helped you. But then you come out in the second half, in the third and fourth quarter, and...
Won the game in the third quarter.
Exactly right, which where games are won. Lions did the exact same thing. That first half...
It dried up, though.
It dried up a lot, but in saying that, we had the formula to win that first half. We had a lot of the ball. We had more numbers in the contest, and it just sat around our forward 50 for a lot. And it was working. And Lions come out to play in the second half, and it was credit to them because they started having shorter kicks and, looking up a bit more.
They were using it more.
They were using it more, well-oiled machine. But as soon as the Lions started to click, we just panicked and just went, let's kick it down Harris Andrews' throat every time we get the ball.
But that's what you were doing. Because it was so wet, I reckon in that first half it was working because that's how you wanted to play.
Yeah.
Just get it to a contest, fucking anything can happen.
They just won every contested possession. They started to just win.
We were saying this.
A lot more well-oiled.
It's a game of momentum, the AFL. As soon as a team gets on a roll...
Can't stop them.
You could feel it. The Lions coming. It was shades of the prelim.
So the wind, just quickly, it was insane in Tassie. Yeah. It was like... You're kicking into the wind and the ball would stop.
Yeah, that's fucking hard.
And then you're kicking with it and it was wobbling. Fucking sailing like 70. So...
Didn't help that it was little Utahs.
So whenever you had your quarter where the wind was behind you...
In the first half.
Yeah, right.
So there was 11 goals kicked in the first half, 6 to Hawthorn, 5 to GWS, and they were all to the same end.
Yeah.
So it was like... Righto, if Hawthorn can just hang on for the third quarter, and I said to him, if we can just be down by 3 goals at 3/4 time, we'll win. Yeah. And we were up.
Yeah, right. And then you were going in with the wind.
But then they kicked a couple, so it was I think the wind died off a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, Hawthorn go into the bye now.
4-0. That's what you were saying at the start. If you can somehow get 4,
I said 2-2.
Yeah.
2-2 into the bye. I'll take it.
And I know you're trying to stay a bit humble in the way you don't want them to be the favourites. But if you look at they beat fucking Sydney to start in Sydney. That is massive. Essendon, yep, that's a good solid win in a derby.
Yeah, and then
Carlton. Then you beat Carlton, and then you go out and beat GWS. Like 3 or 4 very solid teams.
The lid is on still.
But I
go on, get into it.
But yeah.
This lid might be off soon.
Oh, fucking the lid's
Someone
off.
tried to tell me that they're fucking on the next line.
I'm sorry, but I'm sick of telling all you cunts. What do I say?
You've welded the nest up.
I fucking welded the cunt up. I was there all off season looking over cunts.
What'd you do, 12?
Hey, crack there, mate. Weld that. Don't fucking duct tape it, mate. Weld the cunt. So, yeah, the nest is forged.
Yeah, you've beat North, so well done.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Didn't beat them.
You'll take them wins.
Pizzled them.
Another 100-point plus game. But
Yeah, well, your percentage is fucking through the roof.
Mate, we're sweet. We're going to smash the moons at fucking Animal Second Stadium next week.
Wow.
Well, the Moons are the only team that has a better percentage than you because they just apparently they just flogged sides.
They just humped.
But yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see for the Crows. Well done.
Fucking right.
And have a look
definitely
at
proving that they can be a top 8 team.
Look at the top 4, mate. You got Adelaide, Brisbane, Gold Coast, and then GWS in 5th. 4 interstate teams. You love to see it.
I don't, because we're in 9th.
Well, that's all right.
You don't put a line
You'll
through
be
us.
playing finals.
No, you don't put a line through us. Especially like if I take that result that we went, the game aside and how we let it slip, you go to the Gabba and you lose by 9 points.
Yeah, mate. It's all
The
good.
defending premiers.
Look, we'd love to cry about Geelong all night, but we've got to move on.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Crows, I reckon, awesome to see because they're just playing attacking footy and kicking 100 points.
Yeah, they are.
They've gone, 160 odd into 114.
Yeah.
And you might have leaked 100 against Essendon and 78 against North.
80, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
But
if you're going to out-attack teams, people are going to watch.
If you're going to win, you're going to win.
Fucking oath.
Pretty fucking simple.
Yeah, and then the Derby, not like the Derbies of old. There was a couple of little rib-tickling punches that folded a few, which
Harley
you need.
got fired up again.
You need in a Derby,
You
but
do.
unfortunately, I thought I was onto the upset. West Coast are going to fire up, but nah.
It was a bit closer in the first and second quarter.
Yeah.
But Freo did what they needed to.
Just on
They're off the
Harley
mark.
Reid, actually, and now I am assuming I'm going to go half buzz on this
Just
and
full
assume that a Hawthorn fan page would not troll their own like this. And there is a bit of trade talk going on, and Harley Reid's at the centre of it. And is he going to come to Hawthorn? Sam Mitchell's flown over there. Not officially meeting with anyone, but let's be honest. Harley Reid's management team and Sam Mitchell will be having coffee at some point in Fremantle.
For sure. If you look at the Melbourne clubs and what Hawthorn can offer back to West Coast, or like they are one of the 3 or 4 that possibly could do it.
So
Essendon, probably a possibility as well.
now, as I said,
He's going to come back to Victoria at some point.
this is on, and the first comment is, mate, this better not be one of those fucking April Fool's jokes. And going through the comments, there is a few, good one in there. And I think it is. So
Well, I wouldn't-
I don't know why you would do that to your own side, but it does say breaking.
Does it say reported by like a source?
No.
So someone has just gotten excited and thought we could probably get Harley.
Yeah, but why would you do it to your
Sometimes
own
they want to
side?
get April Fool's
traction.
Day.
I don't care.
No, neither. It's not my. I don't do that. But other cunts do.
Yeah.
Bored
Bastards.
cunts.
They've got you exactly where they want you.
But why would you do it
Believe
to
in
me?
them.
It's called Hawthorn Talk.
Mate,
The fuck.
how do you think I feel? Cats are linked with anyone who is ever looking at getting out of their club. Everyone that goes to the open market, it's like, we can probably get them. Why not? We've never had trouble getting anyone else.
You know what I'd agree with half of these comments is I don't want him. Why do we need him? We got D'Ambrosio.
Yeah, but you could give up a couple of players.
We got the
and he would
Warpedo.
just slot into that team very nicely, I think.
Yeah, but he's not James Warple.
The war.
He's not Cam McKenzie.
No.
Just in his 3rd year, getting 30 on the weekend. Good on him. Anyway, I didn't see too much of the Derby. But yeah, I've seen a few little punches getting thrown, which is good to see in a Derbs.
Yeah, you love that.
to
You
see
need
it.
it.
Nice close Derby with a heap of fucking just punching on is the days
More
of old.
punching than footy. That's a real old.
No, that was it. So we'll do the tips, for the AFL after we just dribbled on for a while. Jay's just sooking about Geelong.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks in a row. I've been like, it's all good, boys. It's all good.
Your team's shit, mate.
Thanks, boys.
I'm
the only one that's lost.
To tip the Blues. Melbourne Cricket Ground, Thursday night. There will be 90,000 there. I'm tipping the Blues just because we just manifested that, Jace, of them being 3-3 in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, but
3 wins, 3 losses. And it's all good. Vossi keeps his job.
I've tipped in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I did it against Hughes. I thought, mate, they're every chance. You're writing them off after 1 week, and then they can beat the Dogs for sure. And they can beat Collingwood.
Goes to his buzz voice.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the Mayo. But, yeah, look, Carlton can do it, but I will not be riding with them. I will be going Collingwood.
Yeah, I'm riding
as a safe one.
I like Vossi too.
I don't dislike him at all. He's a great character.
I don't want him to get sacked again because if he gets sacked from a second club, that's it. I reckon.
Yeah, especially at his stature of Carlton with the team he's had.
Especially because he got sacked from the Lions. And then,
with a shit team, though.
I know, but then they've gone on to rebuild and win a premiership.
Yes, okay.
Anyway, Geelong will be beating the Demons in Geelong on Friday night.
We cannot lose at Cardinia
What,
Park.
he is playing at Geelong?
Yeah.
Fucking should be at the G.
Yeah, well, D's only going to get 3 people there, so that away end at Cardinia Park will be less than the amount of people Freo fucking travelled for in round 1.
Yeah, mate, I agree.
Yep.
Moons up against, what's the opposite of a crow?
Fucking
pigeon.
Value for this, boys.
Is it?
No, easy.
I wonder if we'll hear from Noah or if he's just gone full turncoat.
Doesn't he go for Collingwood?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I use both.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was doing.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Mate, I was going against Port. They're our rivals, Jace. Get with the fucking program, mate.
Sorry.
I'm mooning.
I'm going to moon too because if the next week they play North and the week after they play Richmond, so they could easily be 6-0.
Actually, their logo's a big gaping
It is
moon too.
It is shit. Eh?
I really don't mind it.
That's what their freckles will look like after the game.
If they had the logo as yellow instead of a lighter shade of red, so they just look all red. I like the idea. That is haven't executed well.
Looks like a gaping hole.
Hey, it's working.
You know what I'm
it'll
loving?
be working this weekend.
You know what I'm loving about this game?
What's that, mate?
Is that... Hang on, let me just confirm this before I go and trout, unlike Jace would.
Oh, what's the point in confirming?
They've played, Moons got rained out week 1, so they've only played twice. Adelaide have played 3 times. They've always kicked over 100, both sides in all games played. So surely
overs.
None of them want to defend. So surely we just get a awesome attacking, high scoring, heaps of goals.
So now it's going to rain heaps and it's going to be massively under. So back that with Neds.
Yeah, we've just fucking put the mocker on, which is we love it.
I'm going to go Moons.
Yep. So these two here should be just shoe-ins on Saturday.
No, your fault.
I think the Crows are actually playing great footy, but
that's all good, mate.
It's long. It's long to Gold Coast.
Surely we get a nice easy round of tipping here. So Geelong's one. Yeah. Obviously, this one here is not as easy, the Gold Coast Adelaide. To you, it is. Lions, they'll be beating Richmond at the MCG. This one, look, Sydney should be winning at Marvel.
I can't believe you're getting 240 for North.
It should be more, you reckon?
I reckon it should be more. Yeah. Like, they put in a couple of decent performances, like,
They beat the Demons, which has now been proven to be fuck all.
Yeah, it means nothing.
I wasn't more talking about this one. This is like less of a sure thing than the next is. GWS, West Coast, at NG. That's just a straight up win.
Yep.
And then, boys, I reckon the Saints here are a good thing.
They're going to go marching in.
I reckon they will march in and Hinkley will be sacked on Monday.
Really?
No, mate. Not that much.
I'm purely going to tip Port because it's at the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah,
if this was at Marvel,
but you know,
the fortress
the Saints
Docklands
can't win 3 in a row too.
No, they can't. That would be too weird to be near a top 4 spot and have a bit of a roll of momentum. So Port have to win this.
Yeah. I'm going to tip Sydney against North, GWS against West Coast. And look, I don't want to, but I'm going to tip Port against the Saints at the Adelaide Oval.
Me too.
And then is it long or?
I think it's pretty short.
Are they greyhounds? They're Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs aren't long.
They're Footscray.
They're not
Their foot's great, and they're playing good footy this year.
I agree.
In a busted up old team.
I know. Liberatore's the skipper.
I know. And he's playing out of his fucking skin.
Keep the C
It's
on
just
him.
Liberatore, get it down to Sam Darcy, boys, and it's working.
I know.
So
Are you
I'm going to
tipping
back
him?
him. I'm tipping him.
Oh, righto. I'll go with you.
Ride the dogs. You going dogs as well, Tom? You going Freo?
Freo.
Way to go.
Bulldogs don't run well.
Nah.
No. Too much fucking weight on them.
That's right.
Righto. Just quickly before we move into a bit of fighting, which I know you'll have plenty of news on, Tom. It's time. I think it's time we let them hear this thing. It's been said before, this name too, but I pulled you up on saying it the other week. But it's time because Minwoo Lee has won his first ever PGA title. So he's won on the DP World Tour before, and he won the Scottish Open, which is a huge tournament to win. But he hasn't won on the US PGA Tour. This name was said. This is an opposite name if you haven't caught on. Months ago, like more. I don't know how long ago it was, but I can't get it out of my head, and I haven't called him anything else since. Tom said it. So his name's Min Woo Lee. Righto, Tom, they're ready.
Go, mate. You hit him.
Tom called him Max Woo Bruce.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember sitting right here when you said it too, and it was quick
It was
and
just off the
sharp.
cuff.
It was bang.
Bang, Max
and
Woo
I was
Bruce.
just, wow. It was quite impressive.
So big Max Woo Bruce got his first win. Good to see. He held on Sunday. He was 5 shots in front. He ended up winning by 1 stroke.
Good on him.
I was fucking pumped because it kind of like
celebrate.
Yeah.
Because no one does that shit.
No,
and he was
anymore.
hitting the chest.
Good
and
on
shit.
him. You should fuck me. You should be able to celebrate.
He's a fucking fan favourite too.
Oh,
Just the internet golf and YouTube golf and everything he's been a part of. He's very charismatic. Everyone loves to let him cook, and he's the chef. Getting close on
Dr. Chipinski.
Exactly. Dr.
Chipinski.
Fucking great
Chips
with the wedge.
in all the time.
That's right.
Getting close at the players, but then falling short on the weekend. It's a tough tournament. And then he's kind of flown under the radar. Shot 7 under on Saturday.
Played alongside Scheffler, the world number 1, and fucking pumped it 20 metres past him every drive and shot the lights out.
He is, for such a little bloke, he's one of the biggest hitters on the fucking tour. And it's so fucking good to watch. And
it's all in the hips.
It really is. And then, on that Sunday, you got Scotty nipping at his heels. Yeah. That's always nerve-wracking.
Any more holes, and I reckon he was in shit, but he held on.
He did.
So,
that
good
Punt
on him,
finish, he done the old, see him pretending to do the old aim point.
That was funny as fuck.
That was very funny.
And pumping the chest and like doing this to the crowd when he won, it was like, you need more of that.
Yeah, a lot of emotion, and he's heating up around the big time of the year.
I hate this cunt. If Patrick Cantlay had won, he would have not even smiled, taken the hat off, shook his hand.
When he wears a fucking hat.
And that was it. I just can't. They call him Paddy Ice because he just is super cool under pressure, but that cunt doesn't have an emotion. That's why.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
That's boring.
It's not exciting to watch.
Mate.
Yeah, that's boring.
Like at least Scheffler he's a bit of a Jesus lover, and he's very like with media and everything, but
blows up.
Yeah, he
have some fucking emotion.
Bit of a blow up, but because his swing is so unique and he's so good, good to watch. Like whereas Minwoo Lee is not, he's always at the top. And so he's made a name for his fucking charisma in golf.
That's why Bryson's gotten so big, because he's like got a bit of character about him.
Exactly.
Old Cantlay, man, I can't copy.
Mate, if you go out there and you make a few fucking YouTube videos with Grant Horvat and Bob Does Sports,
I saw
you become instantly
a thing the other day about Bryson. It was like, I'll never understand how Bryson took $125 million of Saudi money and instantly became more popular.
Yeah. He's one of the only ones that have.
I know.
Everyone
else
love him. That's on Live Tour now, it's like they've got careers behind them that they're happy. They've won green jackets like Mickelson, DJ, and then Bryson's career has taken off when playing less golf. Yeah, playing YouTube.
It's been a good cunt.
Yeah.
Doing YouTube.
Good on him. And he gets right into the mechanics of everything and tries to help people on YouTube and that as well.
Another bloke with a very unique swing.
And he just he does what we all do and just chats shit to himself I do anyway when I'm do anything, whether it's good or bad, I just talk out loud, and he does it on the camera.
You talk in third person, which he tends to do. It's like, righto, Jace, you fucking idiot, hit a good shot here.
Yeah.
Anyway, good on you, Max.
Yeah, on your Max.
Hopefully he's coming for a green jacket.
Is Timmy Tszyu going to win this weekend?
The Newcastle, mate. Big no limit card this weekend. Yeah, in Newey. Yeah. Is it still a Newcastle? We'll figure it out. But yeah, taking on Joey Spencer.
And it's good because it's not on a Wednesday.
No, it's Sunday.
Sunday morning.
So everyone can get into their work fucking Saturday or whatever they're doing. And yeah, I think it kicks off at about 11 o'clock AEST.
Oh,
so
what
that's
date?
Us.
Is it the 7th?
6th of April.
6th. Oh.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm fucking keen as to see it, mate. Joey Spencer, like I've been watching a little bit about him, like the lead up. I think they've just done a bit of a face off, and obviously this week they'll do the press conferences and shit. So I always like watching all that to see the energy on who's sort of bringing a fair bit in or who seems a bit shaken up. But they both seem like very professional athletes, man. So Tim definitely hasn't taken an easy fight, although for some reason still he's only paying $1 fuck all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'll have a look on Ned's.
Yeah, have a bit of a look. But anyway, it's going to be a good fight, mate. There was a bit of late drama, which I don't think has been resolved yet either. I think that Spencer's team's blowing up a bit that they want international judges or something like that, which is fair enough, but you think you'd probably would have covered that, like maybe in the contract negotiations.
Or just try and knock the cunt out, man.
$1.17 you're getting for Tszyu.
Like, and I just don't know enough about. I will not be betting on it because I don't know enough about Joey Spencer, first of all. Yeah. And Tszyu, you go, well, how has he got his confidence back from the last two? How good is Joey Spencer? Fucks me.
So you know what that is? Responsible gambling. Well done, Tom.
That's right. But anyway, I'm rooting for fucking Tszyu. I'd love to see him get the win, mate. Like, you always be going for the Aussie. I think it's a rematch between Brandon Grach and Liam Taliva'a. Remember that big knockout where they dropped each other? Oh. And then I think that's that one run back.
That was in the first fucking knockout of the year.
It was prime. Yeah. So I believe that is those two running it back.
Good. That's rugby league.
Sorry if I fucked that up, but I'm pretty sure it is.
That was fucking unreal, that fight.
So hopefully it's a similar swinging thing there. Australian heavyweight title eliminator. And then you got Cohen Mazudia versus Dan Hill as well on there. So that's just 3 of the fights that are on the card. I'm just pumped that it's going to be sort of Sunday. I'll be going to sort of Rocky Nuts and the PBR and stuff this weekend in Rocky. Yeah, man.
Gets around this bloke.
Fucking, it's going to be skidding everywhere.
He loves his motorsport.
Loves his balls and skids.
The PBR would be sick.
Yeah.
But fuck, I don't know if I could cop the Rocky Nuts.
Look, I'll be copping a few little skids. But no, it'll be all right, mate.
That will be
very I'll be coming home Sunday morning so I can settle in and watch the stinking. So
I'd prefer 11 p.m. on a Wednesday night. I don't know about you boys.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped. Obviously, probably Joey Spencer, they've done it to try and capture as many of the American audience.
Yeah,
you would
100%.
think, as they can.
Well done.
But yeah, on the boxing front though, it was good. While we're down in Brizzy, I got some good sparring in with Benny Hussein and Hayden Emerson.
Nice.
Couple of pros out of the All-Star gym. Obviously, they didn't fucking just unleash on me. I'm not just some hero mad cunt.
No, that's
but
right.
It was still good.
Yeah, towed them up.
It was still good doing some rounds with people who are way better than me and sort of testing yourself. So,
I remember when I sparred Benny Hussein. And it was like so different from sparring you two. Yeah. Because it was just like, I just fucking didn't hit the cunt.
He stays about a mil away from your face and you can't hit him and you can't get away.
It's bullshit, eh? You go, I know he's not going to go hard on me, so I'll try and hit him a few times. And he just moves.
Yeah, I know.
And I just go, how did you know? What?
Yeah. So,
and then you just cooked.
So it was fucking good though, man. I'm feeling a lot better than I was last year. It was good getting those things in. A few weeks out from the podcast Royale, so get fucking keen, people. It'll be, a ripper night. But
just quietly, I think I won the round when I sparred Benny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has mentioned that a couple of times.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
He said,
how's Gropes going? Fuck that cunt can fight, he said.
Yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did an interview.
Just outpointed him for the round.
Yeah.
Who his toughest opponent was. He's like, well, you're not going to believe it. Beat your flats.
Actually, that
Ryan
big
Keating.
cunt.
That big, sexy
That
cunt.
big cunt who didn't hit me once.
He let me know about it, though. But yeah, going to a bit of UFC, guys. Old Steve Erceg went down to Brandon Moreno on the weekend. 5-round fight. I think he held his own from what I saw in the highlights that I saw. Like, and he throws some good punches and had good technique. I just don't think he engaged enough with Moreno. I think Moreno just outworked him, sort of thing.
Has he kind of risen to the top? Well, not risen to the top too quickly, but he's fighting champions and contenders for belts when he's ranked 8th.
Mate, he's gone 5 rounds with Pantoja.
Yeah.
And Moreno now.
Too, wasn't it?
He got knocked out by Kai Kara France. So it just sort of shows you where Kai's at.
Yeah.
Hopefully he sort of gets a title shot soon. But yeah, so anyway, shout out to Steve. I'm sure he'll keep going well. Like, those people he's lost to are the best.
Well, he's got an acting career backup.
Yeah,
he does. He's been in some good movies.
Yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's right.
Yeah,
that's a fucking
movie.
ripper.
He did a great TV show series as well, actually, The Office.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Now, boys, I've got one out, and I need to get your thoughts on it. There's been a nickname change.
Oh,
Ilya.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Taporia.
He used to be called El Matador.
Yep.
Now
what does that stand for?
It's the bull,
El
isn't
Matador.
That's a fucking barbecue.
Yeah, the bull thing.
I think it's something to do with the bull.
Yeah, the Matador thing's like the Spaniards.
Oh, yeah. So
it's a pretty cool one, but that's just what you know him as, sort of thing. But now he is Ilya Leyenda Taporia, which stands for the legend.
Leyenda means legend in Spanish.
I'm assuming so, yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, the legend.
Right, so El Matador.
La Leyenda.
La Leyenda.
Yeah, so the legend.
Which means the legend. So he's named himself the legend.
Right. Does he have that status yet?
Apparently.
That's up there with King.
Yeah. Although, King's fucking...
That's worse.
That is far worse.
King's like legally his front name.
Yeah, when you're a journeyman in the UFC too.
Hey, what's your front name? King. But yeah, this fella is fucking named himself the legend. Look, he's up there and projected to do some cool shit, but fuck, you'd have to be red hot to be like, can you please start calling me the legend?
Yeah. But there's a bloke that fights like him and how confident he goes into every fight. It's He probably is going to prove right.
He needs to now, win and his next few fights, take another belt, and then you go, well, this can't.
Well, I think that's his
he was onto it early.
It's just manifesting it. But imagine if he loses a few now and he doesn't become a legend. But
does he go back to El Matador?
Which
I've just Googled is the killer or the bullfighter.
Yeah,
so
which is sick. That's a fucking cool nickname.
A barbecue.
Yes, the barbecue. I'm sure that's
a Bunnings brand Australian barbecue, which I'm sure that's what it was.
That had to be taken into account.
I think that's what it was.
I've got one. It's good stuff.
You got an Ilya.
But anyway, I just thought I'd cover that, boys. Part of the UFC sort of stuff.
Yeah, the legend.
Nice.
What are you walking out as this year?
Yabby Pump.
Tom Dahl, Yabby Pump.
Yeah, Yabby Pump.
Tom Yabby Pump Dahl.
That's me.
Beauty.
Good stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Right, that's enough fighting.
Yeah, mate, that's all I've got for the
What about our Ethan?
Oh, little Ethan of the week. We got camel jumping in Yemen today, boys.
Yemen?
Yemen?
Fuck, you don't want to be there.
Nah, that's right.
No, you don't.
You do
Fuck
not.
that.
And while you're there and you're bored, you jump camels. So camel jumping is an athletic and an aerobic sport that originated in the deserts of Yemen. Oof. The sport is played professionally or at any other level, only in, fuck's sake, by the desert tribesmen. The sport, which has been played since ancient times, is believed to have originated as a challenge between two tribesmen. Players start off from a distance and sprint towards the camels to make the jump. Similar to vault gymnastics.
Oh, they're laying down.
No, so the camels are standing and they have a mound of dirt that they build up to leap off. So it says, there is a takeoff mound that the athletes use for liftoff to make the leap. The mound is made of mud and is about 1 foot high. Players just get one try each to clear the camels. A player who clears the most amount of camels is declared the winner and is rewarded the cash prize. So, yeah, they stack them up.
How the fuck?
It's like the monster trucks jumping the cars.
So it's like fucking Evel Knievel.
Yeah, there is no fixed schedule for camel jumping events. Competitors are conducted during festivals and major ceremonies like weddings. Jumpers train year-round to keep themselves prepared for these competitions.
I've missed something. What are they on?
What?
Nothing.
On foot.
How off a 1 foot mound can you jump more than one camp? That was a good Ethan.
Yeah, so that was a strangey.
I just can't see. I can't see how you jump over more than one on foot.
Shall we try?
Really have.
Well, they're not. It's not like they're small. They've got to be laying down, sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'd like to see footage.
Yeah, I didn't study it too fucking hard.
No,
he hasn't been to Yemen and taken videos and gone.
No,
that's all right.
Because as we've said, we do not want to be in Yemen.
We do not. Boys, finishing off, CTC, Captain of the Week, big supporter of ours. Head to thecountrycompanies.com to cop one of the Knucklers designs or countrytruckercaps.com to design your very own for any occasion. Who are we thinking, boys, for the Captain of the Week? Anyone standing out?
I wanted to give it to the Sacker, just South Australian cricket.
It's come to mind me.
I know I almost wanted to give it to the game, but I thought, no, they'll only give it to them because they're fucking Queensland. So I just want to give it to South Australia because that was 29 years since they won the Shield. What a game of cricket it was. It just showcased the domestic game at the highest level. 4 days of pure theatre.
Which has come into question recently about Australia's domestic level.
Yep.
And that's proved why it's still fucking as good as it
So
gets.
I would love to give it to them.
Well,
but
I cannot argue with that, mate.
Yep, I agree.
Up for what? Yep, sweet, done.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
Good on you,
Don't
Sacker.
bang the gavel.
Sackers.
I had a bit of commentary I wanted to play, actually, from Vossi and Ennis from 2 weeks ago, but I haven't sent it to Quinn yet, so
I'm sure that would have been for good reasons.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was pretty funny. Oh, mate, sent it in. I had it written here. Didn't get around to it. Unlucky. We'll see you on Friday morning for the Ned's sponsored Punt show.
That's right.
Look, today didn't go to plan. We've let the bets ride. It's hurt us in the end.
5 year return would have been better.
Yeah. Well, I actually, the first leg of my multi won a little deep.
Yeah.
And I'd already put it into the leaderboards as the other thing was scratched. And then I thought, nah, let's let them ride.
And we did.
Fuck!
And we shouldn't have.
It doesn't matter. It's all right. We'll see you Friday morning. Have a good week. And yeah.
Yeah.